Get out of here. What up, Howie? Look at you looking at. It's you, doofus. Get out of here. Move. See if he gets on. Make a quick one. This will quickly feed. Put this somewhere. I don't have my Cassie. I don't have my phone holder here. Took it over to the other building. Wait for a couple more people to get on. Quick feed. Mr. Bilski. Morning. Turn a couple lights on. Gonna try to make this one a quick one. Oh man. A little chilly. Fall's here and winter's around the corner. Yay. Hey. Set this up real quick. Give me a minute. A quick feed. Won't take me long, there's not much left. That's it. So quick. Hardly anything left. Let's see. Overly stocked Oscars. Good morning. Morning, everybody. So, look, more gone. I got to figure out, dang, I hate when I go somewhere and I forget. I hate getting old. I got to write it down. I think I had it written on my hand. I need 1-inch caps. I need to eliminate the challenge. So I got a 3/4 half horsepower blower running hardly any tanks anymore, which the thing can run 300, 500 tanks. But I gotta get this pipe out. I just need to run like one pipe over there, eliminate this, so I can start, but it's tied to the racks. So yeah, getting old's not fun. I'm hurting. My shoulder, depending on what I do, how I move, sometimes I gotta be careful. It feels like somebody stabbed me right there. I gotta put another patch. I'm taking a leave like twice a day. I was trying to skipping it. I was doing pretty good, but moving that dresser out of my basement over a week ago, last Sunday, doing just a lot of work around the house, buildings, moving stuff, and then working out a little bit. The kids at karate, I probably overdid it, so now I'm hurting from it. I hope it's not a rotary cup, but I know Marlene's had surgery. I think my mom's had it. My brother had it. I get a little sore, but what really the sharpest pain was the other day, I was telling Adam, I was working on the other storefront, going to be the new 2.0, and I took a big tub off the top rack, and I threw like a box up there, or one of the Plex kits, and when I pushed it up, oh my God, I felt like someone just went with a rigid knife right in my shoulder. Surgery didn't help much. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid surgery like the plague. Fish friend here, James Decker, sent me a thing. So I gotta work on some of my own physical therapy. And I put those patches on, those help. Those I get them from Dollar Tree, the small patches. Put one of those right where the spot is, and that'll help the pain. So I'm trying to take it easy, which is very difficult. I wish I could just sit home on the couch all day with Howie. But yeah, I gotta break down these racks, which that's some work. I broke down all these by myself. Actually, I set up this whole fish room, I think, pretty much by myself. So breaking it down, you gotta pop these, use a hammer. You gotta get the little clip out, then pop them up and pull them off. Oh, this one's ready. Oh no, this one's tied. So yeah, some of these are duct taped at the joints and screwed in. But I gotta figure all this out. But then raising my arm up, that's where it's probably gonna put the pain in motion. So anyway, so there's not much left. People keep asking. Some South American cichlids left, rainbow cichlids, Savrons, some Africans, sort of Mabuna peacocks in there, more sevens chocolate cichlids, some sort of like peacocks, I think it's red rubescents, the tetras and some barbs. I took the big koi that were over there, was it yesterday or Sunday? Sunday, because it was kind of warm. Where's the fish? Well, we've been selling out. I took some stuff. I put the big koi that were I couldn't believe nobody bought those, and I dropped them really cheap. So I took them home, threw them in my pond because it was in the upper 70s on Sunday. So now I got those little ones, which I could leave in a tank for the winter. But there's still some angels. Let me turn this around. Those emerald green cories, we just got the assorted mystery snails, good size in. Then we got some nyrite snails. I can't believe these things hardly sold. The African butterfly cichlid, which is the Thompson tie, which is a great dwarf African cichlid, not overly aggressive. Odds and ends, some bigger Photosis, still some angels, really nice guppies. Handful of clown loaches left. A big black belt dollar, not big, 5 inches. The red front. big, large, bushy nose. That's a common pleco. Some green tears. That right top will be. There's some shrimp, not much left. Blues, Sunkiss, or Fire, whatever, Mary, and Robeson Peacock. More bushy nose, smaller ones. Blue Grammies. I got more at the other shop. Going to be the shop. Sold Ornatus. That's albino, like Sunshine Peacock. Some young yellow labs, great color, big Congo tetras. Pertosa, that's probably the last one. That titanium silk flower horn. There's one left, gold line, F1 buffalo head. That's a nice looking bushy nose. Kind of golden, matching the sand. Some lemon jakes, inch to 2 inch. Some Kigoma Pertosas, 1.5 inch. What do you yelling all there, Howie? Dragon Bloods and some sword stuff. Ornipinus, the only shell drillers we got right now. And some Petricolas. And some Tricephalus. You don't see that much anymore. Nice fish. Aggressive. The baby Ornatus growing. Couple. There's still some 3 Gombe Transcriptus and a couple Black Calvis. Sold that one Pertosa in there. Some babies going up, and that's it. So it's all coming down. There's a couple Pertosas. I need to move these up so we can drain this. So, yeah, I need to start working somehow, getting all this out of here. This will be the last thing up. That's $375. I wish it was sold. I could really use the money. Yeah, these are. I'm gonna sell some of these racks. I'm keeping some for future plans. For my pole barn type thing. Not really for fish, just storage stuff. And I have my retirement plan, having a pole barn type thing, so I could store stuff. Because to buy these things new now are probably 3 times, 4 times the price. So, yeah, each beam holds like 3,000 pounds or 300 pounds each or something. So obviously they hold a lot of water, which weighs a lot. So, yeah, I'm gonna sell some of the racks. I think I'm gonna keep the wall ones over there. Yeah. So I got one rack I'm selling now. I forgot what I had it for sale for. Oh, what else? These are all. That's for that 350. I'm gonna hopefully do in the next 3 weeks. Get that finally set up. That custom 350 gallon tank. So the geos, the dollars, some rainbows, those are going in there, and then some other fish. But I do have some Pertosas, more large bushy nose, a couple oddball fronts, another front, Desire Pertosa. Probably hard at work. You opening a dollar store? No. I actually did a briefly. I had a store in the storefront where the fish store is going to be. I still have the signs. Whatever. It was called Whatever. So, used the new clearance stuff, closeouts. It was a Whatever store, kind of like a dollar store. This is still available. This buy level. Oh, I started filling up the 450 over there yesterday, so it's almost half full. I still have my puffer. I haven't decided where to put it yet. Oh, that one's getting beat up. Red Tigers, gonna have to get that out. Angel's looking good. Red spot several. Yeah, this setup. I wish somebody buy this. We sold jeez, I don't know, like 15 of the 35 gallon cubes. There's 12 left. There'll be a couple more once we get the fish out of them. Couple 55s. that's a rant, a common rant for me. 30 breeders, 2 foot Tom. If I don't think you follow on this, but you wanted those, but I don't know how to get a hold of you. So, a 75 available. There's what, 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, 70, 55s. A 70-gallon flatback Hex custom with a wet dry filter. It's back there. This one has a built-in filter. It's about 90 gallons with the pump in there and stuff. Yeah, we're getting down. Food, I need to restock. We're getting low. Still have a lot. I can't believe the filter. I mean, it's 30% off. Cheaper than any internet. Stuff is. Oh no, I got 40% off now. Oops, for the pads, full pads, 40% off. You cannot buy. My price is already lower, as low, if not lower than internet, like Amazon and stuff. So stock up. So odds and ends, maintenance stuff. Half off on the test kits. So 40 to 50% off on decor. Resin, there's still a lot of ships and castles and stuff. Those little kits are like $9. There's Puff Mama. Good old Puff Mama looking for something to eat. She needs a water change. I don't know where I'm going to put her yet. I have a couple options. Thinking about taking her home, putting her in my 350. I don't think most of the fish are big in there. So that's the new cell phone. Yep, still have rock. Definitely some shirts, posters, some plants. 132 Flex. I don't know how many times somebody's supposed to come and buy it. I freaking Facebook Marketplace. 50 to 75% of the people should be euthanized. This is what's left here of the Pleco caves and tubes. 20% off. I usually don't discount these too much. I do have quite a bit, but I moved the shelf over there to get it set up to stock. I took the background rack. It's over at the other building, at the other storefront. Soon to be something fishy. SF 2.0, a micro store. That stuff is like half off. So, I got this custom cylinder tank. It was set up for like an hour. Wet dry in there and stuff. I got a brand new heater for it. It's sweet. I like to keep it. I just can't keep. I don't have room. I don't have a big house, and when I move or whatever I do, I want less work in my life. And electric bill. There's a rant. So electric bill here was on a low side last month for whatever reason, 157, and it shows I'm using less electricity. Other than run the AC over the summer, it always costs more. But there's a lot of people complaining, and they've been talking about them jacking up the rates. But I just read something that they tried raising it, but PUCO told them no, and they're going to lower it like $3 a month. They wanted to raise it like average $13 average. They make it sound so slow. But commercial, us businesses or whatever, get hammered. We always pay more. So I just got the new bill, and it was over $300 something. I'm like, and it shows like I'm half electricity. We're not even open half the time now. And I'm not running the lights, which are LED, all this stuff. So how is it about double now? So I'm going to go waste valuable time on the phone today dealing with the damn utility companies. But it's not like Spectrum and other bullshit. It's the other. Then I gotta call my insurance. I need shit to go freaking down. I'm tired of going up. I told my friend this morning, it's like, what the hell, man? If I still had mortgages on all this stuff, I'd be freaking dying. It's like insurance and taxes and utilities are thousands a month. It's insane. Can't do it. Can't keep doing it. So, anyhow. Oh yeah, that recycled or whatever. As long as it takes it off the bill, well, they keep crediting you. Well, how long as that gets up to thousands of dollars? I'd be like, time to cough up. The utility companies are organized crime lords. The insurance companies, the utility companies are freaking frauds. I hate them all. I don't like them. Shut them all down. Um, Internet companies, AT&T, they all suck. They're all crime lords. They're all crooked. Do not trust them whatsoever. Just like the bank and the merchant service, it's all freaking scam. It's a racket. Yep. Well, listen to Dave Ramsey, a short thing yesterday. Somebody questioned whatever, and I'm always good. Wow, and you'll never use that probably. So I'd be like, cough up. Tell them to make payments, $200 a month, whatever. Hire a lawyer, I guess. Then it's gonna cost you. They charge them $4,000. I got to sue an insurance company. And the lady hit my van to rewrap. They went to saying they would not pay me direct, which when I got the estimate last year after it happened, it was like $4,000 to get my van fully rewrapped. Well, it's an older van, so I was like, well, I can use that money to pay for Dylan's freaking college for a semester or whatever, and the door fixed, replaced. Good, 10 more tanks. All right. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna get the van rewrapped. They said they'll pay the company to wrap it. I'm like, I can't touch. I won't get the money. It's got to go to the company. Now they backtrack, and they don't make the background for that van anymore. So they're trying to say they could just replace the door or something. I said you couldn't do that. Even if they had the same material, it would look stupid. Brand new material against the old material. It would look dumb. I'm like, no, you got to replace the whole freaking thing. That's like I knew a freaking maintenance company, a big outfit store that was over here at Rich Park. I went and looked at a job at Saltwater at the time, a couple like 500-gallon tanks and a couple smaller tanks, and they would do the maintenance, and they had the whole floor in this office building downtown, in a high rise. Well, some idiot dumped a whole garbage can of salt water, so this big 10, 12-foot area, all crusty from the salt water, and they had to replace the carpet for the entire floor. That was probably $50,000 or something ridiculous. That's why Aquarium Venture sucks. And they didn't last. They probably can't even afford insurance. So yeah, and now they have a new material that just came out. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Wrap my van's like $5,000. That's what would be the going rate for this material. Now they tried sending me a check for $800 something, then they'd only pay this much. So now lawyers involved for sure. So I'm gonna sue them. Farmers, you suck. Nationwide sucks. State Farm sucks. They all suck. Don't trust any insurance. Don't trust any utility company. Don't trust the banks. Pretty much. Don't trust any of them. Pretty much don't trust the government either. Most of them. So, yeah. Wow. Yeah, it could be a lot less. It depends on the vehicle and the type of material and what you have on it. So, and I'm not putting nothing fancy. It's just going to be wrapped. A sedan. Yeah, I have a Dodge Caravan. Yeah. So, but now I've got to deal with that. So, yeah, I think the utility companies and insurance companies should be non-profit and non-Wall Street run, owned. You're messing with people's lives and with the medical. It should be profit over life. Black is hard. I don't know. I'm gonna start shutting lights off because I gotta go. I gotta work the other building. overhead. A bi-level. A unique setup. I don't know what I'm going to do. The building hasn't been sold, so it's not oh, the bulbs, all these bulbs, $1 a piece. Small ones, big ones. They're normally like $15 to $40 each. There's T5s, high output T5s, T8s, T10s, all different types. Obviously no guarantee, it's cash. Everything's cash here. $1 each. I'm losing so much money on those. It's sick. Two Turtle Tom, morning. Salesman should have to tell you the truth before you sign. Yeah, that's like I just had my dental, the hospitals. I got another bill and I thought I paid it, and I got the shot in one arm from one insurance, Southwest University Hospitals, and then I had it done at Metro on my other elbow the following week because I already had the appointment, because the other one started flaring back up. And one was like $300 something, the other one was 157, 179, and I thought, well, damn, it's 279, and it was like $108 difference. And then all of a sudden, University Hospital sent me another bill for 80 something dollars. Well, there was adjustment, what the insurance paid and what you owe and this and that. I'm like, this is such bullshit. It pisses me off. So yeah, my insurance total, everything's about $15,000 a year. Taxes are up there. I'm like, it's just dumb. $2,000 to $3,000 a month just in taxes and insurance and utilities. It's out of control. And I'm not rich, and I'm just like, I'm getting poorer and poorer. Seems like. Yeah, it's a scam. Yeah, the shop is almost getting close to being gone. Gotta get these 4 tanks, and then this is done. 5 tanks. So I'm gonna figure out where we can move those fronts. It's whatever. So it could be the wall rack going and this little rack, but I gotta get the piping figured out. I wish I got that 350 up and running, because 2 or 3 of those tanks is for that, is holding the fish for that setup I gotta do. But yeah, we're getting close to being out, and those 5 gallons with the baby cichlids. So, and then that wall. So what the plan is, I got the credit card machine running Saturday. Run the lines. Oh, you know what? I forgot to batch out. If you don't batch out by midnight, your credit card sales, I think they charge like $2, $5. I charged myself $1 just to make sure it works. So now I'm curious. I've only had $1 in sales in like a month on my credit card thing. Are they going to charge me $5 for that $1 sale? I will lose my shit. That's a whole nother rant. So, yeah, the UH, I like the nurses, everybody pretty much, but the billing and like appointments take forever now. It's so stupid. I can't stand the whole system. It's like I'd rather just die. So, but yeah, I turned off the lights, but still a lot of like the filter media, some pythons, some plants and decor, the flex setups. There's 4 here left and a 15 left, a 32 left. Some OWASP filters, FX. There's no big discounts on those because I'm not getting anymore. Some heaters left. What's left will be going to the shop. We still have some 50s. I think the 70s are gone. So there's some 50s and Clearance left. That's back to the freaking Facebook market. People are freaking so stupid. It's like, I'll give you $20. Are you out of your freaking mind? It's already cheap. I looked online, it's $70 for the Glock 70. I have it for $86. And then brand new in a box, not unopened, whatever. And some idiot, I started blocking these people, so I don't ever want to hear or see them again. He's like, I'll give you $20 right now. What? Freaking idiots. I'll just die. Oh, I lost a bunch of people. Well, that's nice. In Nebraska, all electric are public utilities. Cheapest rates in the nation. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I think the utilities should be publicly, like, owned. Because you basically have to have it for the most part. If you're off grid, which I'm working on, eventually to be off grid on my retirement plans. But I'm going to have it just to have it, just in case, and then I want to flick the switch, I could be off. But insurance, either get rid of it and you just whatever. It's got to be non-profit, non-Wall Street. It's too much greed, too much bullshit. CEOs making hundreds of millions of dollars in benefits and all this shit, and why everybody else suffers, and you got to have it. You don't have a choice. And that's one number between the bankruptcies is because of medical or like the frickin' credit card industry and all that shit's a racket. Yeah, California's a commie state. Sorry, man, all I know and what I know of California couldn't pay me to live there. Good question, Tom. Let me see. Sorry, I don't have my holder. It's at the other building, so my shoulder's doing all right. It feels my elbows. I think the weather's not helping either. Kind of rainy, gotten cold. I've gotten a little more achy, but I guess I keep moving. Can't sit still. The building was built in the 50s. I don't know if there's hardly any Quonset huts in Cleveland for sure. Maybe in the county. You go out in the out in rural and farms and stuff like that, and military or some city use them for salt or store tractors or whatever. So I originally thought St. Leo's, the Catholic Church school here, built this thing originally. That's what I figured. Because they were here, they owned it at one point, and the house next door used to be a nun's home. It had like 5 bedrooms, a big home. So I figured they're the original ones that built this, because this was all open. In the attic, there's still brass fixtures up there where there's lights. So this is like an open hall, and I figured the block part of the back of the building was part of the kitchen. So, and there was a boiler room, whatever and stuff. It's like 2,000 square foot in the parking. But someone told me a while back ago, it was originally A&P, like a deli grocery store type thing, like Lawson's, which was probably across the street. Now they've redone it, but there was back in the day, it was Lawson's and these little stores, and that was originally what built here was A&P. Oh wow, that's cool. So I guess A&P originally had this. Then St. Leo's had it. Then there was a lady here that had an embroidery, that did embroidery for like 30, 40 years. So she was a balk. Really? That's wild. I know they're always famous for what? Their chip dip or something? Lawson's chip dip? Isn't that still around though? That's weird because when I was in Australia years ago in Sydney, they have Woolworths still. And that's where my first 10-gallon tank came from when I was 10 years old. 46 years ago. My first 10-gallon kit was from Woolworths. They have Woolworths, like grocery stores, in Australia. That's wild. That's also something that's cool. They're not called El Caminos. If you know cars, there was all different types there. I was just talking to somebody about it the other day. They had El Caminos. Some of them were just like sports cars. Some were like trucks, like work trucks. But they're made by Chevy, but they're called something else, Holden or something, some other name. But they're like the old El Caminos or something. Some weird stuff in other countries. So yeah, and then she was here for years. I remember I came in when I first bought the building on State, I think, or I was on, maybe I was still on Memphis before I bought that building. And I came in there, this door, I came in, counter, and asked her about getting like some shirts made, something fishy shirts. She was not a nice person. She was kind of mean. So I never came back ever again. So then I don't know what happened. She retired sick, I don't know, whatever. So sold it, this foreign couple. I tried doing a flower shop on this other side here, and is divided here, 2 storefronts, and they're trying to rent this one out. Oh, wow. That's a trip, isn't it? Wild. I was in '07. I was there. My aunt's family there. Yeah, they tried doing a flower. They didn't make it. Like a year. I got a pretty good deal. I got a good deal on the building. Less than what the tax county valued it at. It needed work. The guy wouldn't come and see me anymore. He was a scammer. This foreign guy. I told the realtor I'm gonna punch him in the mouth if I see him. So his wife started coming when it came down to. I actually called him about renting the space. I was gonna use it as I almost was about to sign a lease for like a warehouse office, big, like 3,000, 5,000 square foot, and it was pretty cheap. And the original space, I went the third time and went to meet him, talk to him. The company next door did refinishing of metals, like valves, like they polish them, and the smell, the chemicals, the polishing, whatever, this company that was part of the building, it was so bad. I'm like, there's no way I could put a fish room here. I was gonna like raise more fish, like this was the hatchery. I wanted to put bigger tanks or pools. I want to basically have my indoor fish farm, because one reason I started looking into this, buying or renting something, was we've had some bad winters here where it's like 0 degrees and you couldn't even get fish in. And of course I bred a lot, babies, but I don't have large stuff. So you always ship out of Florida. And they were even, I was shipping fish back to Florida to some of my farmers because they were losing their ass. It got in the 40s. They were losing stuff. So I was like, man, I can't even get any large. I can't even get fish shipments. They weren't even shipping flowers. The airlines like banned anything livestock. It was too damn risky with everything going on with the freezing temperatures. It was bad. So I'm like, damn, I need my own damn indoor heated fish farm. So that was, and so I was looking all around by the shop, like warehouse, storefronts, anything that I could find cheap. And I wasn't really planning on buying something. I just wanted to leave something on the cheap side. Just need a warehouse so I could get shipments of pallets and set up like some big ass tanks or pools or tubs or something just to raise fish. So I had some medium large fish available. And so I called them. They wanted, I don't know, 600 a month, but they were kind of difficult to deal with. Just to ask about the renting the place, and I came here to meet them with a look, and then they never even showed up, and I left. They called me like 10, 15 minutes, like, oh, we're here. And I'm like, I'm not coming back. I'm like, it's stupid, dumb people. That's why they didn't last in their business for 10 months. They were too dumb, and so I came by. I was almost about to sign a lease. He was going to give me a better deal, more square footage for another space. It had a shipping dock and everything, and I was by the airport, and it was going to be a lot of room. I could probably sublease some of it out. And I decided I was coming back from maintenance east side, and I drive past, and this building was up. There was a for sale sign on it. I'm like, huh. So I called, and they wanted 89. They paid 57. They didn't even have it a year. And he lied. This guy lied out his teeth. They didn't do nothing. The hot water tank was older than my ass, and everything was like gold. They didn't do anything other than paint, and they were trying to sell me a expensive cooler, which I knew, the homemade counter or some bullshit, this and that. So we were kind of back and forth, and I had someone I knew give me comps, like what would they value, whatever, and that's exactly what I put an offer, and they refused. I said, all right, your loss, not mine. I'm going to go get this 5,000 square feet of space for $900 a month or something. And like weeks later, the realtor calls and said they'll take it. So that's how I ended up buying this. So I've been here owning it now, 13 years, I think? I don't even know. Life has become a blur. So, yeah. Oh. Anyway, of course I'm on here longer than I planned. So you guys just keep talking. You don't just shut up. All right, I need a drink, but I gotta go. So, everybody on my side over here is tired. Everybody keeps asking when's the new place opening or blah blah blah. Well, got one major thing hump over was got the credit card machine hooked up. I had to run the lines, 50-foot lines through the basement. I drilled the holes to the floor, go through all my shit, get through the wall, drill up the floor on the other side, and get the machines on the counter. So, in our test run, we're good. Now, trying to get the RTA bus stop to move. It's tying up 2 spaces in the front, and I need all the parking. That's going to be back to one of the pain in the asses over there. Is it's on street parking. There's not much parking in the back. It's very limited. So that's what it is. So, but I'm real close. So what's going to happen is I'm so close to pulling the trigger because I can't wait to get guys over there working on maintenance. Like I've been doing maintenance all day, half the day, most of the day yesterday. You know what? I have both hooked up to it. I could not get it to work Wi-Fi, and I had it like 5 feet underneath the modem. And I called Huntington as my processor, which is First Data, which is the main gurus of credit card processing or whatever bullshit. And of course, when I call and they put me in a technical, it's somebody in Dominican Republic that doesn't speak half English, and we couldn't get it to work. And I ended up talking to my old rep that quit there. I was ready to hire him somehow, and I don't think Huntington. I got to talk to Huntington. That's another phone call. Do I got a new rep? Nobody knows anything. He was doing it for 15, 20 years there. But these big companies, they get bigger. Huntington's get bigger. They just bought a bank in Texas, I think. You get bigger, and then your employees get left out, or you start nickel and diming, taken away or whatever. dumb shit. Anyway, so he said I'm gonna have to hard line it. What's that? You can't in the new store. I can't in the new store. What's going on out there? Truck. Watching. It's weird. I hardlined it. I got it. It works. I have the Ethernet and the phone line hooked to it. Right. I don't know. I just put both. It was. The cords were cheap on Amazon, like $10, $15. I have in the past, local and then Colorado, Rocky Mountain Club I've done. I was actually, Bob, his wife gave me like something to calm my nerves. I flew out there and there was a lot of people there. I went there, I had a little slideshow I had somebody do for me. I'm not very technology advanced. And obviously because I just do live shows. You will get it in there, Dale. I can get you in there. It's just a little step up, 3-4 inches, but because it was a higher step on the other side, which is now the dojo. But a 2x4, or I'll make a ramp, and we just throw it down, or we just let you in. You can call us, whatever. You know, if we know you're coming. I'll get you in. So anyway, yeah, I've done some talks. You're gonna come in and be like, oh, this is it. You can see everything. And like, it's a little tighter because it's smaller than this, kind of. Higher ceilings. If you've seen the videos, it's packed. So, packing that little shop, pretty full. So, anywho, yeah, I had to take something, so I was a little nervous. She's like, "Here, take one of these. This will calm, like when I do speaking engagements." She said, "Whatever, and they'll relax you." And I think it did. Me relaxing is not too common. So anyhow, what else? That's it. So, if you're local, come and buy stuff. Buy. Still has some tanks, so 35 cubes, so 55s. There's only, 12? There'll be 14 total left. And then, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to keep a couple 20 highs for backup for the hatchery. I'll probably sell that 33. And then 10 gallons. 375. These 30 odd, they only made limited. I love that tank. Those are 30 by 18 by 13, 30 breeders, odd size. So I'm keeping those for future, if I were to do another fish room and I retire or something. I got shitload of 10 gallons. With the filter built in the back, they're sponges. I mean, you can put other media back there. They're $15. They're awesome. It's a clean look, efficient. So if it's just a regular 10 gallon, about $10, $10 for just a bare 10 gallon. That cushion, what was that thing, 4-foot round? Probably gonna have to sell that. Pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Poco's at the other building already. So somebody buys the building, then I got 60 days to get the hell out of here, which is gonna be. That counter is for sale. That 84 extra tall is for sale. I'm gonna keep those commercial tables. So I want to have my own workshop when I retire, a pole barn type thing. Plan on. I want to do some other stuff I like doing, non-fish stuff. So, the wood shelves. I'm keeping that wide rack. But these custom wood built shelves, they're heavy, like real wood. They're not balsa fake shit. Those are for sale. There's 2 of them. They'd be good in a like kids' room, like a divider for books and stuff. No, no nanochromis. The West African stuff, right? The only thing I have is the Topsy, the butterfly cichlid, which you don't see too often. Beautiful little cichlid, not overly aggressive. These are young ones. They get really pretty. So there may be about 15 in there, 18. So I don't have a whole lot of fish. I got definitely some African cichlids, like large peacocks and some haps, small stuff. And the cichlid sales are slow. People want, I'm trying to get some, I gotta get over there, move some stuff around. I want to get I got live plants in. We got some are here. Some of the live plants are in here. I agree. They've been slow sellers. I mean, we sold maybe about half of them, but it's taken months. They don't look like much now, but it gets to be a really pretty fish, really nice fish, and you don't see them that much. They're kind of like, you know, the African ram, sort of. But what else? Yeah, so most of the live plants are over there in 155 bow. I put the picture on the show here. But I want to try to get like some community fish in. People want like neon tetras and other tetras, maybe platies or something. I don't know. So, yeah. So I'm trying. I'll do as much as I can when I can, as I can. It's going to get crazy. Hopefully it gets busy. Should be busier than what we are. The industry is down. I talked about that the other day. Trade magazine. The fish industry is down. The reptile industry is actually more down than the fish in percentages. Dog, I think, is up. Dog is always up, it seems like. Cat is pretty consistent. Bird, small animal stuff, not a huge segment. Saltwater is like non-existent. It doesn't even do a page on it. It's like 1% of the pet industry. But the pet industry is like worth 130 something billion, I think. Crazy. And that's majority of that's dog. Dog. Anything and everything dog stuff. So, yeah. So I'm gonna try to get oh really? I bet. I actually still get, I thought about getting back into reptiles. I still get suppliers sending me, you know, specials, monthly emails, and I once in a while look just out of curiosity, and they do, like Sakata spurt thighs, like cheap. But those things, there's hundreds and thousands of them out there, and most people can't keep that animal for long-term basis in the first place. That's reptiles sometimes are a novelty, and people get bored, or they get too big, too much to feed, whatever. So, and the fish sometimes the same kind of thing. Yeah, I've had customers that get just like, people get into it, like balls on the walls, or just way over, and then in months or a year, everything's for sale. Everything's gone. They crash and burn. They go way over, they get addicted like drugs or whatever, or they think they're going to be super breeders and they're going to make $1 million. They don't work that way. Oh, Angelicus cat's out. Wild African Angelicus synodatus catfish. I got some that are like 25 years old. That's probably about 7 inches. Wow. Weird. They're not hard to breed, right? I know ball pythons went through the roof with all these variants. I talk about that, like Bruce said, when my first pet shop was in '92. You know, ball pythons were mostly all wild, and then they had albino ball python. And I know when that first came about, they were $30,000. Must keep any hobby sustainable. Yeah. Balance. People getting over their heads. So, I know how it is. So, anyway. All right. Well, y'all, thanks for hanging out for a bit. I'll be back Saturday in the morning, probably over there. So it might be next week, though. It gets crazy. I have my son's dad's weekend at his college, OU, which is also Halloween on Friday. So I'm going to camp maybe Thursday, depending on the weather. Hopefully decent, and do some four-wheeling, and then I'm going to hang out with him. We're going to the tribute Pink Floyd band. We seen them last year just on the whim. There was like hockey game, this, and I'm like, Pink Floyd? I'm like, holy crap. He knew of Pink Floyd, but didn't really know Pink Floyd. Dylan's now 20. And so I was like, I went to the Coliseum and the stadium to see them. They don't party. They're not. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's partying. You could go on some streets, some of these houses, that beer cans everywhere. Dylan's, way busy. I don't think he even drinks. It's a good question, but he's in electrical engineering, project management. He's in two fraternities, electrical engineering fraternity, and he used to be like one of the fundraisers for the fraternity, regular engineering fraternity. Now he's the executive of the pickleball club at the college. He's a advanced math tutor for the college. Then he works out all the time, so he don't have time to party too much. And he still has his girlfriend, whatever. So gonna be a future power couple. So yeah, we like to eat. So we're trying, like, there's all kinds of deal in restaurants, and they have a putt-putt through the library, like 4 floors. So that's fun. We're doing that again. But back to the Pink Floyd thing, was freaking amazing. Amazing. It was so awesome. Dylan loved it. So he, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. So he bought tickets. We're going. He said, "You want to go get it?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, that was so awesome." So, and I gotta stay up late. I get older, man. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock is late. Nah, it's like it won't end till like 11 or something. So, but yeah, looking forward to that weekend, a break. So I won't be on next Saturday. So I don't know if I'll have the store open. Maybe when I get back, but we're real close. But this one will be open, semi-open. So the idea is get it going, running there, the retail. Then the closeouts and trying to sell whatever's here. I'll probably be over here on Saturdays instead of there. They can be over there running that and take care of the hatcheries, and I'll be over here trying to get rid of whatever's left. And just on Saturdays, and maybe during the week. I'm tired of making appointments. Back to the bullshit rant with Facebook Marketplace. People don't show up. They're just full of crap. Half the time, waste time. So Saturdays will be like 11 to 4 or something, or whatever. I don't know. 10 to 3, 10 to 4, something. I'll have a few hours, and then, because people are going to still probably come here, and they don't follow me like they should on YouTube or social media, Facebook page for updates. I try to tell people, I even write it on the signs out there, and they'll be coming here. I'll put a sign, moved. Here's the address. It's a mile, not even a mile probably, and but I'll be here, and people will come in. Hopefully, sell whatever's left. Get rid of everything. So I don't really have room for everything there, which I'm trying to get that done. It's a mess. It's even more a mess. The dojo, one side of the dojo has become a storage unit. I got boxes of stuff and tubs of Nivea products and whatever. So it's a lot. Too much. So anyway, I gotta get going. 1 hour. Ooh, I just got that pain in the shoulder. Just raising my arm up to grab the phone. It's like, All right, y'all take care. Have a good week. Stay safe. Stay cool or warm or whatever it is where you're at. I'm out. See you Saturday morning. I'll be back. Bye.